Hey there folks, it's Matt once again. Welcome back to another video for the month of October. My thoughts on a certain horror film. Today being The Prowler. Came out in 1981. Now, there's a lot of slasher films I enjoy from the 80s. This is one of them, which I'll talk about very soon. This is a great movie. Great 80s slasher film. This film, which I just talked about. Great 80s slasher film. This is not, in my opinion. I know this will piss people off. I know people will disagree. That's fine. Teach their own. I think this film fucking sucks. I think the only fucking good thing about this is the gore by Tom Savini. I definitely disagree with this. One of the better slasher bloodbaths? What the fuck movie did they see? I want to see that movie. I picked this DVD up long ago because I heard good things about it, and I kept it because Tom Savini's on the commentary track. Now, I enjoyed Tom Savini's work. But this film literally is the case where the only thing going for it is the gore. And there's great gore. A head gets blown up by a double-barrel shotgun. That looks fantastic. People get killed with a pitchfork in a shower. Or the two people get killed by a pitchfork at the beginning of the film. A guy gets stabbed with a bayonet from the top of the head, coming out of the chin. A throat slit in a pool. The gore is great. But what the fuck else does this movie have? And people are like, well, it's a slasher film. That's all it needs. I disagree. April Fool's Day from 1986 is one of my favorites. And that doesn't have any slashing. If you've seen the movie, you know why. But that has a great cast, likable characters, fun dialogue, good creepy score. I love the twist. People hate it, but I love it. I will talk about that sometime soon, too, for this month of horror. The film I just reviewed, which has a lower rating in IMDb than this film. This has like a 5.9. This has a 6.2. But this film actually has a cool concept. Halloween on a train. Cool. You know, a slasher film on a train. Jamie Lee Curtis is great, as is Ben Johnson. You have the quirkiness of having David Copperfield in there. I like the idea of the killer changing costumes all the time. This film, which I'll talk about soon, I love the Ballad of Harry Warden's song. I love the get-up of the killer, the look of the killer. Such a creepy look to it. Also, being in the mines gives it a great atmospheric location. I actually like some of the characters, like Paul Kelman's character. But this film, the get-up on the killer is lame. It's just some army combat uniform. It does nothing for me. The characters fucking suck shit. I can't think of a single thing about these characters. The deputy is the deputy. The lead girl, she's a girl and she's going out with the deputy. What else? The sheriff, who we see for 1.5 minutes. He's the killer. Oh wow, the guy that we saw for and met for a minute and a half. Holy shit, he's the killer. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Joseph Zito got the job for Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter, because of this movie. I don't see why. I did not think it was suspenseful, because I don't give a shit about the characters, so what am I feeling the suspense for? I don't give a shit if these people live or die. Oh, do you really care in Friday the 13th? Yes. I like Adrian Keene, I like Amy Steele, I like Tom Matthews and Jason Lives. I'm looking at a poster of Jason Lives, Friday the 13th Part 6. That has likable characters. I like Tom Matthews. I like the lead girl. Has fun lines of dialogue. Wherever the red dot goes, you bang. Has songs by Alice Cooper, like He's Back, the man behind the mask. Jason with his hockey mask. More of an impact than this fucking guy. Which the original title, I think, was Rosemary's Killer or something. The mystery's not interesting. You don't really have suspects. What, one guy in a wheelchair? No. Because we just saw the killer chasing the girl, and as she's running, she is grabbed by this guy in a wheelchair. So it's not him. Well, it was 35 years ago, so who's old enough? Oh, the sheriff. He's one of the fucking guys only old enough in the cast. Only people in the cast old enough to be around 35 years ago. The story, so it's World War II. Some fucking soldier got his heart broken because his girl wrote a Dear John letter and say, I'm dumping you, fool. Tough shit. And then the guy comes back, he's pissed off, sees the girl with her new boyfriend, and kills them with a pitchfork. Which is funny because, like, this guy's an army, like, World War II guy, but the big weapon he uses is a pitchfork. Like, he might as well have been just a farmer. What was the point of him being a World War II guy? Granted, he used a bayonet, but, like, most of the time he uses a fucking pitchfork. He might as well be farmer. The Farmer. Although there was another film called The Farmer, which is like a revenge movie. I haven't seen it, but it looks pretty good. Looks better than this. But this might as well have been called The Farmer. Farmer Joe. The Pitchfork Man. I don't know. What else does this film have? Was the twist really that good? No. What twist? The scenes, director, I think, Joseph Zito, I liked Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. I liked Missing in Action and Red Scorpion and Invasion USA. I actually think of him more of as an action director than horror, but the final chapter I liked. This one, though, okay, it's 35 years later, they're doing a graduation ball. The sheriff leaves after we met him for a minute and a half, so the deputy's around. The lead girl's friends, you don't know shit about them. There's no reason to care about them. I actually do care about some of the characters in Friday the 13th films. Laura Parlington in Part 7, The New Blood. John D. LeMay, Jason Rosell. Yes, I liked him. And Stephen Williams. Elm Street films especially had the Lightning Camp, Lisa Wilcox, The Dream Warriors. I could go on with slasher films of characters I like. The music is fucking forgettable. The boyfriend of one of the lead girl's friends gets stabbed with a bayonet. The one girl gets killed in the shower with a pitchfork. The lead girl leaves in the party because she's pissed off because the deputy is dancing with another girl. She's chased by the killer. Deputy gets there. They go to this guy's house. They look around for what feels like 10 fucking minutes. Nothing happens. And they go, let's warn the graduation party. This one couple, and I think the guy, if you've seen the horror show with Lance Henriksen, he's the sort of nerdy guy that finds out what's going on, tries to tell Lance Henriksen. He was also at the very beginning of Deep Star 6. He got killed in John Carpenter's Prince of Darkness. He's a guy with glasses usually. I think the actor's name's Tom Bray. I could be wrong. He has this whole scene with this girl where they go into the basement and they're making out, and it leads to fucking nowhere. The reason I'm talking quiet is I don't want to fuck up my voice. Because seeing this movie's causing me a cold. But literally, it goes fucking nowhere. They're making out in the basement and nothing happens. What was the point? For suspense, but I don't give a shit. So suspense don't work for jack shit. Some guy says there's a disturbance in the cemetery, so Deputy Dog and Girl, I don't even remember her fucking name or her character name. They go out to the cemetery, they find a grave, they open it, there's a body in it. There's this long drawn out scene that goes on for 5 fucking minutes of Deputy trying to call this fucking guy to get the sheriff. The guy's like, puts the phone down, does something as if he went somewhere. Nope, he's sleeping or whatever the fuck. I'm like, great! Thank God we wasted my motherfucking time. And then at the end, they just go around in the fucking house. The deputy gets knocked out. The killer's like ready to put the pitchfork to him. Looks like he's going to die. It cuts away. And then, the deputy's alive for some fucking reason. One guy fucking shows up randomly, shoots the killer. And then the killer's not dead. and he just happens to have a double-barrel shotgun up his ass and shoots the random guy. And then the girl struggles. Oh my gosh, the sheriff. We met him like a minute and a half. Oh shit. Head explosion. Great head explosion. And then the deputy and the girl go back, and then they find this one guy dead in the shower, and she has this weird hallucination. The dead guys. I'm like, is this Night of the Creeps now? Dead people? No, it was just a shock ending. The guy's really dead. It was a hallucination. Because I guess you randomly get hallucinations. This girl. If you like the film Teach Throne, you feel free to explain to me why. But other than the gore, the characters are bland, boring, lame. The pacing, even though it's under 90 minutes, it's slow, it's drawn out, it wasn't suspenseful. The getup is fucking lame. You think for an army guy he'd have a bunch of weapons, but no, mostly a fucking pitchfork, which isn't even a weapon of a soldier. What was the point of it being a World War II soldier? Oh, the bayonet, that's why. So fucking what? And there's nothing else to it. It doesn't have any quirky songs. It doesn't have any interesting characters or quirky characters. Hell, this film, I'm not the biggest fan of, but at least has some quirkiness to it. And Felicia Rose and Jonathan Tiersen do good, and like this at least has some stuff to it, and it has a twist ending that is memorable. This film is fucking nothing other than the gore. But then you just go on YouTube and watch the gore scenes, and you see, again, if you love the film, you feel free to let me know. It's funny, I said that this would be 5 to 10 minute reviews. I couldn't do it because I'm ranting. It makes me go longer. But yeah, this film has nothing else to it. If you're a big fan, feel free to explain to me why this film has a cult other than the gore. I can understand this. This is great. I understand this is great because there's more to these slasher movies. The settings, locations, I think the characters are better. The music, and Bloody Valentine. The idea of the killer changing costumes. I'm repeating myself, so I'll go stop. I'll keep the DVD for the commentary. Because even if it's a film I don't like, I like listening, to Tom Savini. He did a good job. The movie itself put the gore in a better movie. That's my opinion. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.